And hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Welcome to another scene of I nearly just said it is of the Dark Crusade again. Now, another scene of darkness in Dublin, the vampire venue, where, well, this is a follow-up scene where Ambroise and Katja and Alexander had a training session, and well, Alexander went home as his usual self. Katja went home a bit. Well, no, she went to see the sheriff about pouting. But, well, Ambroise let her go a bit, well, disappointed. He always feels that their time together is cut short, but he can distract himself, and so he will have read a book. And as it often happens when he reads books about occultic knowledge, he'll just time will fly in front of him. He'll probably be by the window. He'll read, and after a while, as he sees it's getting late, he'll just look outside the window. Pretty much, well, at first, just to contemplate the new city he lives in. If you're talking, you're muted. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I did a dumb and didn't realize I had muted myself. Katya would, after a encounter with the sheriff, would return to his place because she's in need of a little comfort.
He'll probably see her from downstairs, and he'll smile.
And she would give a little knock on the door, as she usually does, her kind of rhythmic little knock.
And he'll open the door. You came back quickly.
I did, didn't I?
I thought I was cut off.
Well, the sheriff was being a jerk, so.
He'll close the door. What did he do?
Just refuse. How to best put it? He simply gave me a bit of a pat on the head and told me it'd be all right.
And you left it at that?
I did. I was a little annoyed with him, so.
For patting you on the back or for more?
For not doing more. When you seek someone out for comfort, you expect comfort.
He'll kind of caress her face. You do. Well, and he'll grab her. I'm here. If he is foolish enough to not give you the comfort you need. He would have thought, from a Toreador of all people, Healsberg.
It seems I have a type. Marcus, Francis. Very similar in some ways.
He'll smirk. Well, I don't think I'm like that.
No, I don't think you are either. She'll kind of move in and cuddle up against him.
Yeah, he'll take her in.
I don't think I've ever spoke to you about Marcus, have I?
You've mentioned him as your sire. That's all.
No, he was so much more than that.
He'll kind of know how you cuddle someone and you kind of move. Well, yeah, rub your hand against them to make your arms against them to make them more comfortable. Don't do that. Like, be comfortable.
When Marcus and I met, I was only 13. And in an absolute whirlwind, within the year we ended up married.
I'd like to be able to criticize you, but, well, why never married my sire? I was in love. I mean, foolish enough to fall in love with a heartless being.
Marcus was also heartless. I had always dreamed of having a big family. I wanted kids, so many kids. Little did I know that Marcus had already been embraced by the time he married me.
You
10
spent.
years.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
10 years I tried to have children with him.
In those 10 years, you never realized you only saw him at night.
I found out later he'd been manipulating my memories. He was every bit as good with our powers of the blood as I am. Better. Not that I remember any of it now, thank heavens.
Some things are better left forgotten.
The only reason I remember any of the things that he did was because of Conrad and Castile.
Who would be? And he'll smile.
My blood brothers. Marcus's childhood best friend and his twin brother.
He embraced quickly, it seems.
He did. Both of them were almost 300 years old by the time I was embraced. But Yes, he always blamed it on my being infertile, which I found out later wasn't true. I spent years loathing myself.
And why would you do that? And he'll look at her in the eyes.
Because I thought it was my fault. But I just simply wasn't meant to have children. Little did I know it was my husband's manipulations that let me think that.
Well, if he is no longer alive, I would say he got what was coming. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
As far as anyone knows, he's dead. He was
It
blood
seems
hunted.
it seems he got what was coming to him.
I
If
wasn't
he's
there to see him go down, but Conrad and Castiel were.
if he was still alive, I would cut his head off myself.
Yes, that's why I won't. He's the reason I won't feed on anyone without their express consent. Because he spent 12 years feeding on me and wiping my memories of it.
It must be difficult finding people who will give you the consent to feed on them.
That's why I keep a herd.
I never told you about my sire, Angelique, have I?
No, you haven't. Why don't we go to bed, relax?
And he'll carry her because he can, because he's got strength of strength plus potence of 7. Especially if she's petite. He's like,
She would just kind of wrap her arms around his neck.
And he'll just drop on the bed, like side. You see, I never met Angelique until she turned me. Then again, it would have been difficult. She turned me as I was dying. I fought. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, just. How. How were you dying?
I'm sure you've heard of the Battle of Verdun. Verdun.
Yes.
Well, I was a soldier there. Yes, I'm quite young. Healdsburg.
Yes, you're just a baby.
You see, before that, I had traveled with my brother, fought many places around the country. I had gotten quite a name for myself for my skills on the battlefield. But when we came back, Verdun, you see, was my hometown. We came back, and when we saw that most of it was destroyed, I flew into a fury. I rushed the enemy. Foolish, but I was human and somewhat still young.
Human, and you are still young. It's understandable.
But, well, as good as I was soon surrounded by the enemy, shot down. And I thought I was going to die. There she came, her dark hair flowing down her back, her eyes staring back at me. She was the most beautiful woman I had seen, and she fed me her blood. As I was dying, that means I became a vampire, became one of us. I was in love. She had saved my life. She often used that. Often used not only the fact that she had saved my life, but, well, she would say that if I truly loved her, I would do anything for her. Made me kill innocent humans and kindred alike for that.
It's like both of our sires were manipulative, horrible people.
Oh, I haven't even gotten to the worst part. You see, well, maybe it's what brought us together, but I was very much attached to family too. Everyone I thought I was dead, but that didn't mean I couldn't keep an eye on my mortal family. My brother was married. Even before my embrace, even before we fought at the war. And he had children, and his children had children. And it came to the point where, well, there was only one, my great-great-granddaughter by then, Lucy. And he'll smile. Like, she's seen him, and he smiles, but this is something different. Like, this is very genuine. Like, this is, yeah, like he truly loved her. Lucy, she was cute, adorable. She came to Dublin. This was a time where it was still Sabbat controlled. Of course, as she came to London, Angelique saw her. She saw that I had love for somebody else, even if that love wasn't romantic. She didn't care. It was love for someone else, something she couldn't stand. One night she called to me, and when I came, well, she was holding Lucy under her foot. She used dominate to make me stand still. She killed her, slowly, to make sure I would remember.
She
To make
was
sure.
around him. I'm so sorry.
And Helia, her arms were tightened around her. To make sure I would learn a lesson. I did learn a lesson. It's just, well, wasn't the one she planned on me learning. I made sure that everyone would go against her. You see, she had made the mistake of telling us her pack of her plans of overtaking the Archbishop. So I went to the Archbishop, told her what she wanted to do, and I came to the end. I sent a message to the Camarilla, giving her the exact position of her haven.
I suppose she also got what she deserved then.
She's still alive, from what I know. She tried to capture me when she made her way out when there was a three-way battle. She was powerful. She managed to survive. She did need to escape, but she escaped with me. But, well, people were nice enough to come to rescue me. Apparently, the work I did for the Camilla and, well, partly the Narc, because without the Camilla there would be no Narc here either. A rescue team came to get me. And, well, it wasn't long after we first met.
Well, then I suppose that I'll have to make sure she dies a painful death.
You and me together.
She just kind of rests her head on his chest.
Yeah, he'll grab her head. I think there's a message I could give to you. Something my mother always used to say. Your worries, your troubles, your pain, everything that hurts. One day the wind will take them and simply carry them away. They will all be gone one day.
She would kind of smile a little bit against his chest.
This moment like this, I regret giving what I gave at that auction. I wish I could love you. I wish I could give you everything you deserve.
She would kind of close her eyes and look away. If only you knew the things I've done.
Trust me, I've done plenty of bad things myself.
And which side of World War II did you fight on?
The French, of course. Well, the Allied forces. I'm French.
And as you know, I'm German.
I'll nod. You were young. Well, younger than you are now. You are. I mean.
I did terrible things. All for the sake of this damn clan. A clan that treats us like pawns.
So. You're superior. I guess a lot of them are like him.
Most of them are. At least the older ones. Heartless, power hungry. I do everything I can to remain human. There's nothing human left of them.
You are not your clan. Your clan does not define you. Nobody can define you but yourself.
I always said I'd make a better Toreador than Tremere.
I believe so. You would have made it wonderful, Toreador. A better Toreador than Monique, at least, and maybe even a better Toreador than, well, from what you've told me he did tonight, a better Toreador than the sheriff for a clan that claims to be the closest to humanity. What he did to you, how he seems to control his lovers. If he does what he did to you to all of his lovers, then I don't see the human part in that.
I can't believe I was so stupid.
He knows what he did. He knows. Sorry, I'll say he knows what he can do. He's good at it. It's how he fooled you.
Now keep in mind, Ambrose does not know that she is bloodbound to him.
Yeah, no, he's just.
The only people who know that are her and Francis.
He drew you in, made you approach him. He knows he looks
Thank
good.
you if you had gone home with me that night.
Indeed. I will.
I may never have had our little dalliance initially.
Sorry, obviously I didn't get all of that.
Francis and I may have never had our initial dalliance.
I will always regret that. I wanted to look more into taking how to take down the Red Lister. I should have been more in the moment.
A task we're still trying to accomplish.
Oh, it will be done. But I made the mistake of not making most of them at once. I will not do it again. I shall kiss her forehead.
That would cause her to smile just a bit.
Your knight in obsidian armor is always here.
Good.
I shall smell. And you are my. Well, no, not my. You are a wild grey rose. I would not dare say my. It was a mistake. You do not belong to anyone.
Very true. I never have and never will. Well, I suppose it's a lie I did once upon a time.
But you broke the cage and flew with your own wings.
And only free because he's dead. If he was still alive, I would probably still be bloodbound to him.
He is nothing but ashes now.
He's not even that anymore.
How long has it been since he's had?
Let's see. Heavens, it was 3 years after he sired me.
3 years as
Been
a
gone
kindred.
since 1673.
3 years as a kindred without after only 3 years as a kindred without a sire. Did you have somebody to take care of you?
I did. I had Conrad and Castile, and they were better sires than my husband ever was. If anything ever happened to those two, I would. Heaven nor hell could stop me.
I shall have to thank them personally then.
They're both good men. I wouldn't trade either of them for the world.
I'm not sure I see many people like that, many kindred like that anymore. Well, you.
If she could be blushing, she would.
But the rest, the sub-bot are all but dead to me.
Then I assume you're going on the raid with Francis this week?
And he'll nod. Oh yes.
Be careful.
I promise to survive so I can be with you at least another night.
You're not allowed to leave me yet.
And he'll smirk.
After all, I did save your life.
True. You did.
I'm glad I did.
And I'm glad you're the one that saved my life.
Yeah, it's not something I'd hold over you. She would lean up and kiss him.
Yeah. He'll definitely take the kiss and kiss her back.
Mm. She would eventually pull back and kind of nip at his lip a little bit.
Oh yeah. Okay, well then, if he does that, yeah, he'll carry her, like, full on, like, put her on top of him.
Giving, just the slightest taste of the kiss.
You are truly beautiful. Not only on the outside.
You flatter me too much.
Flatter you, yes. Too much, no such thing.
I'll become spoiled.
I can always make up for it with my actions. And he'll smirk.
Oh, I think your actions more than made up for spoiling me tonight.
But look at you, you've healed already.
Oh, yes. Doesn't mean I'm still not upset about it.
And yet
And
here
you
you
know,
are, in my arms. It's...
oh, shut up. She'd kiss him again. Of all the places you could have aimed, you aimed for my face.
I am kind of tall, and you are, well, petite.
Yes, yes, say it. I'm short.
Yes, but adorable.
I am well aware I am short. I have always been short. Why do you think I wear heels?
To be less short.
Precisely. I hate being short. Especially around Conrad and Castiel.
I guess they're big.
Conrad's 6'4", Castiel's 6'10". Nearly almost 2 feet taller than me.
Yes, big.
It's always funny when we go out together, we get plenty of stares.
Let the people stare.
Then again,
I mean,
people stare at the time, so there's that.
and he'll nod. Exactly. People were also staring at the ball, but that might also be because you were with La Sombra after all.
Yes. Though that seems to be the least of my worries recently.
It's how it amuses me to see the people who will judge me on my clan. Francis was one of them, I remember. When I said my clan, well, many faces turned to frowns. Many smiles turned to frowns.
You're not the only one who gets judged based on their clan. Clan Tremere doesn't exactly have the most friendly reputation.
Oh, that you do not.
After all, we are a bunch of blood sorcerers. Secretive blood sorcerers at that.
Like, all clans do not have their secrets.
No clan nearly so much as Tremere, though. After all, we have our own internal power structure.
That, yes, I've heard you do. But you're on top of it here in Dublin. Well, when that county's in here.
Indeed, I am. Now. Who knows where I'll be? For all I know, I could end up in Cairo.
If they told you, if they ordered you to go to Cairo, is there nothing else? Is there nothing you could do to go against the orders?
No. Not amongst Clan Tremere. And regents don't last long in Cairo.
What happens?
They die. The followers of Set aren't big fans of ours.
I hope they never send you.
Well, as long as I don't mess up and side with Francis over the clan again.
And he'll smirk. But side with me. Maybe if you side with me over the.
Then I'm definitely going to Cairo.
Oh, but I thought. Oh, but you can tell them you were only warned to go with Francis against your plan.
Basically, I can't side against the clan, period, anymore.
If you do, can you not run away?
We're all bloodbound to the 7 of the Inner Council of Clan Tremere. There's no getting away. Unless I went into torpor again. And that's not exactly something I enjoyed doing the first time.
Torpor is not something that is meant to be enjoyable, I think.
Precisely. But I put myself there after World War II to let things calm down.
How long ago did you wake up?
Oh, what year is it? 2020?
2019.
So,
Wait, is it 2020 actually in the game?
out of character, I think it's 2020 in the game.
Okay.
Hang on, I will check just to make sure. Fine. Go to the main darkness and double page then. Yeah, the year's 2020. Okay. No, it's what, 2020? So, about 2 decades now. And a lot of catching up to do.
You do, I guess.
A lot changed in the time I was in torpor.
Reality TV became a thing.
Well, that can
That
go
is not
back
something.
the way it was before.
But that is not something. That is something. Yes, I think it's a good thing that you missed.
Along with most of today's music.
Most of it, yes. It's why I'm happy when I find music made today that's different.
Nothing will compare to the classics. Bach, Beethoven.
It depends. You see, the music itself, I agree, but lyrics.
I suppose lyrics weren't really a thing back then.
It's something that, yes, something that music was missing back then. Yes.
I suppose you'll have to let me listen to some music that you enjoy. Maybe I'll find something new that I like.
And he'll nod.
She would kind of glance over at the window. The sun looks like the sun's coming up soon.
He'll press take a remote and press a button so the blinds go down. Even if, well, dying in your arms is a wonderful way to go, I'd rather keep on living.
Yes, I don't think I'm quite ready to meet my final death just yet.
And with your grab, sorry, pull her towards him as he begins. Well, no, sun comes down. They begin to fall asleep.
She probably would have taken her jeans off. Let's be real, jeans are not comfortable to sleep in.
No, they're not. And
so she would definitely get those off before falling asleep.
Yeah. And yeah, he'll get what he's wearing off too, because he sleeps in his birthday suit.
As does she. So.
And well,
I think we can call it a scene there.
We can. We can do what happens the next morning when he comes to her.
Do we want to do that in a separate scene?
I mean, it could be short, so I say let's make it one scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Katya probably would have headed home once everything.
Okay, let's go.
Yes, Katya would have headed home once the sun went down again. Knowing she had to, spend a little time at the chantry.
So yeah, once he's gone and when he wakes, he'll probably read a bit and then he'll get to something for her. And a few hours later, it would have been, let's say, she would have been at the chantry for probably 3-4 hours. And he'll turn up probably better dressed than yesterday, than when she came, because he was still in no exercise mode. So he's better dressed. And he'll knock at the chantry door.
The door would be answered by a older gentleman, white hair, very kind of stiff looking in his suit. Yes.
Could you please tell the regent von Essen that Ambroise would like to see her?
Yes. Go have a seat in the bar. I will fetch Lady von Essen.
And he'll wait.
So it would take her a couple of minutes to, finish up whatever she was doing. And she would meet him in the bar wearing this outfit.
Oh, just a sec. So yeah, and when she turns up, the first thing he does is turn to her, and he'll just, well, it's still in a plastic plastic thing to see protected, but he'll just unveil. Come on, dress. Yeah, that. And with something attached to it, a necklace attached to it that looks like, is it this one that I, or this one that I, oh wait, yeah, no, it's this one. And I'll just so you can see better.
Cat would just smile.
Oh, and in the other hand, he does have a rose of, well, there's a bunch of them, but he only has one in his hand of that color, so it's grayish.
You are too sweet. You know that, right? You didn't spend too much money on the dress, did you?
I have some money laying around, and I do not really spend many, so. And he'll just shrug.
She would kind of lift an eyebrow and make this face that says you really shouldn't have.
Something to cheer you up after last night.
You spoil me.
I give you what I think you deserve.
She would stand up on her tiptoes and kiss him again.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I might actually lift her up a bit and kiss her back. So this is the Tremere Chantry then.
It's also a functioning hotel. Or will be. It was a functioning hotel. It's currently under renovations.
Wonder how long it would take people to start asking questions if I keep staying here night after night. Then when it does become a hotel.
I suppose we'll have to see, won't we?
Only one way we can find out, I guess.
Indeed.
And how are the rest of your clanmates here?
I have only met 2 of them, if I am to be completely honest. Well, aside my blood siblings and my child are.
Perhaps I will see more of them if I'm here often.
I suppose so.
And he'll kiss her.
Yes, and you cut me off.
Sorry. And he'll put his hand on his Chin. They say something. What is it? Yes. Sorry, not sorry.
Oh, you are terrible. But no. In grand total, I think I know 5 of the Tremere here. 3 of them are my blood family, so.
That helps.
Another, the child of the Red Lister.
Huh. Interesting.
Yes, that's why they won't give him my position. He's a much more powerful blood sorcerer than I am, but optics are bad should you place the child of a Red Lister in charge of your chantry.
I don't have much place to judge. My sire was the my grandson. Well, my grandsire was the archbishop once.
Well, I certainly don't think that's nearly as bad as Ishar.
Well, she wasn't a red lister there, so I suppose it's not.
And after all, they're not trying to destroy the world. Unlike that madman. If I can even call him a man anymore.
I mean, it really depends what will happen if the one they are trying to awake.
But we can't talk much here. Not about this. There are eyes everywhere.
Indeed. But
the man who brought you in, he is Lord Stalheim's ghoul. Left here to keep an eye on me.
He'll look back at the ghoul. I see. Well, I do not have too much time. I do have to, look for a way to get rid of. Well, although I guess I could use the library here.
I wouldn't suggest it. Unless I allow you into my personal library. Stalheim would lose his mind if I allowed someone else inside our library. And I would lose my head.
Oh, well, with the first reason you had me wanting to go to the library more, but no, that I do not want.
And I suppose this is where we part then.
And he'll nod and kiss her again.
Which she would gladly return this time. This is not cutting her off.
And I guess now with that we can end the scene.
Indeed.
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. See you on another episode of Darkness in